Well, the Oriental doesn't put the same high price on life as does the Westerner. Life is plentiful, life is cheap in the Orient. And as the philosophy of the Orient expresses it, life is not important.
Buồn thương chiếc áo phong sương, đò ai không bên họ, đò ai không bên dân dương câu hò.
Trước 1975, tôi là học sinh. Sau 1975, Việt Nam bị mất. Tôi bỏ học, tôi về để phụ giúp gia đình của ba tôi. Tôi đợi thời gian để tôi tìm cách rời khỏi Việt Nam. Sau khi tôi tìm cách được rời khỏi Việt Nam, cuộc hành trình của tôi rất là khó khăn. Tôi được may mắn tôi gặp được tàu Nhật cứu vớt tôi, đã đưa tôi vào đảo Okinawa của Nhật.
I consider myself first generation because I came here when I was really young, about 3 months or so. So I was basically raised here all my life.
My name is Christina Fetzer. I am Vietnamese Caucasian American.
I am of the second generation, and I am 3/4 Vietnamese and 1/4 Caucasian.
My name is Susan. I am 19, and I am Vietnamese and Chinese.
I'm a second generation Vietnamese American.
My name's Jessa, and I grew up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I was born and raised there.
I consider myself Vietnamese American because I was raised by my parents who were Vietnamese, and so I take things from their culture and traditions. But I was also raised here in America, and I go to American schools and stuff, so then there's a assimilation. So then I take things from the American culture, and I take things from my Vietnamese culture, and I combine them. So that's why I consider myself Vietnamese American.
Being Vietnamese American, to me, I think entails the fact that I am American, but I'm a different type. I'm not European, I'm not black, I'm an Asian American, Vietnamese American, and so even though I am American, a lot of the things I do has Vietnamese influences.
I consider myself Vietnamese American because I did grow up within the Vietnamese culture because of my family, but at the same time I grew up in America and have been exposed to more American culture than Vietnamese culture.
Important to recognize that it's not simply Vietnamese or simply American. The Vietnamese American part, it's not hyphenated, the word. that would assume that I'm equally both in both cultures, but I don't identify myself that way. I was born here, so I recognize that I'm culturally American, but my Americanness is influenced by my Vietnameseness as well.
Paraguay, I think, is a very diverse city with, African Americans, Koreans, just every ethnicity you can think of.
I was born in Great Falls, Montana, and I grew up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Just a lot of white people, not a lot of Asians like here in Seattle.
I've always been part of a diverse community. That was a matter of our pride, and the fact that I was in such a community allows me to learn about all these different cultures.
Growing up, for me, I lived in a mostly white community. I think I still do to this day. So that impacted my, growing up in the way that I was only exposed to white people. That definitely had an effect on my identity growing up.
I've had experiences dealing with race in high school. Yeah, there was some name calling, and I had a couple run-ins with Aryan Nation. They wouldn't make eye contact with me, and they didn't want to touch me or something. At the time, I was only 17. Just didn't understand why someone could be like that. I definitely felt inferior.
Coming to Seattle, though, since I've been here for about 5 years now, finished school, it's definitely been a different experience. I've got to learn so much more about my own, I guess, the Asian culture. Before, when I was in Idaho, I wasn't really exposed to it as much.
Why is my last name so hard to say? How come I don't look like these other people that I'm hanging out with? I feel so different, I would always be, embarrassed to bring my friends home to my house because, I would worry if they think my house smelled bad or, there's different kinds of food. What is this other language? So, it kind of fostered a kind of shame in not being able to grow up with people who look like you or are familiar with your own cultures. Being a second generation is most definitely different from being first generation. There's a lot of cultural and language differences between the two generations, so they're not going to see eye to eye on different cultural perspectives.
I feel like I can connect with my other family members, like my aunts and uncles, because I feel like I can speak Vietnamese. So because I can't speak Vietnamese, I feel like I'm in a way like connected with them. I can communicate with them.
So there's definitely a language barrier between my parents and I. I can understand Vietnamese, but I'm not fluent in speaking to them. So sometimes when I talk to them, I get frustrated because they can't get my words out, and then they get frustrated because they don't understand what I'm trying to say. So it's a bit difficult.
Communicating with my family or my parents definitely is very difficult, I would say, because since I'm not the best in speaking Vietnamese, my level of speaking it is very elementary. I know how to address them formally and, speak to them politely, but when it comes to conversational topics, say about all this Asian American identity stuff, I don't know the vocabulary to tell them what I want to say.
I feel like the Vietnamese American population here are really drifting away from their Vietnamese culture as a whole. Like, I feel they're really Americanized. When they see each other, like when two Vietnamese people, they see each other, they don't speak Vietnamese. And for one, it's either because they don't know Vietnamese, or two, they just don't want to, speak.
These Asian American kids have really grasped onto b-boying. These kids have come together to express themselves, and it's not Asian kids, it's not American kids, it's a mesh of an Asian American kid. And I think this Vice is a prime example of the positives and the changing, adapting Asian American identity. Really a fusion, a mesh of two different cultures.
Being a Vietnamese American means to be able to live within both cultures, being able to, I guess, balance both cultures in the way that understanding my parents' values and traditions, understanding my grandparents' values and traditions, but as well as forming my own and also living the American values as well.
I've been so grateful to be, half Vietnamese and half Dutch, because I really am able to experience two extreme different cultures, and I feel so fortunate to have done so because it allows me to understand two different walks of life.
So I identify myself as an Asian, but also as an American. And I try to, I guess, mix them together, I mean, Asian culture and American culture is definitely different, but I try to make it work.
Important thing is to, practice acculturation, taking the best things of each culture and trying to make that the best for yourself. It's not about, putting one down or the other. It's just finding the positives and then rejecting what doesn't work.
I like to think of it as hybrid. We're a hybrid American, We get the best of both worlds.
Fuck the rest, Dallas to New York, jigga, we the best. Vietnam to Japan to Mongolia, Philippines to Taiwan to Cambodia, Korea, hometown China, who you got, huh? You got shit, nigga, feel the size, it's the AZN, better recognize. Got rice, bitch, got rice, got food, got soup, got spice, got brains like us, got skills like us, got cars, got clothes, got girls like us. What's up, we the shit and we kill y'all fools. We got money in the bank from our family jewels. Can we help it if we raid and corrupt the schools? It don't matter, fuck the law, shit, we break the rules. We jack cars, pop games, yo, we got the tools. Hoop it up, break it down, then we shoot some pools. Fuck with me, you fuck all, bitch, don't think it's cool. One-on-one, fuck that, is 3-on-1, no duels. Got rice, bitch, got rice. Anything you can show that is nice. Got cast, got moves, got thoughts like us. Fuck no, hell, you white, you'll never be like us. Take off your shoes when you enter, please, or crawl around on the floor with your fucking knees. Don't mind the smell, you'll get used to it. Mothballs, fried squid, and that Buddha shit. What the hell is that? You think I don't see no forks in the house? Chopsticks only, have a taste, don't be scared, try the lemon tea. You don't want, that's alright, try the fuck Hong Lee. Got rice, bitch, got rice. Got luck anytime you roll the dice. Your luck is bad unless you running high, cause we thugs for life.